Sang means completely and purified, all the negativities, no more left negativities. Ge means, Sang Ge means he fully open like the lotus flower or the Utpela flower. His knowledge is whole understanding and whole universe. We call Tamje Kempa, Tibetan call Tamje Kempa means Buddha's all-knowing. Tamje Kempa. Buddha was, some say, some scholars, a very good doctor, but not is the carpenter. Maybe somebody's good shape, but not a pilot. So Buddha was you have any question, Buddha didn't say, I don't know that. If Buddha said, I don't know, that means he's not all-knowing one. So that kind, the enlightened being, this universe, we follow this kind of Buddha in our life, is so fortunate. That is why, even though you have short time, we will practice together. It is not a small conditions. They are huge cumulative merits, and we have life after life. In meeting, this is the dark age. People fighting competition with whose weapon is bigger and faster killer and things like that. And we will talking the how to become inner peace, There's a very uniqueness. Because the teaching of those Buddha give the nature, Buddha didn't make new law or new teachings. Buddha didn't say, if you follow me, I will become red, become blue, blue become yellow. No, Buddha introduced whatever it is, do the virtues and come back in peace and happiness. It did some non-virtue, that's way the suffering is dukkha, but continue. So how fortunate we have the Buddha's practice, follow the Buddha step by step, and the Buddhas give all the prescription is Buddha's teaching, and the guiding is we all each other, in dharma. And also our lifetime, they meet so many great practitioners. And also the technology is guide for you not need traveling any place. Your bed is your holy place. Just click, and everything's pop up. All the teaching resource, and you will just look the YouTube endless, and so many lucky things. This also good karma. Otherwise, and people live the remote. Or I'm looking for the one text. That you need to go from the top of the mountain to the bottom of the valley. If the lucky, maybe they have a library, maybe they're looking text will find. For us, if we know the name, and Google and Siri is ready to showing for you all the texts, And so that's kind of word fortune. This means good fortune, real. This technology also many people's wisdom collecting together, and now we will use it. So everyone, good evening. Rejoicing with this Dharma group, and now we share the text and continue. And then later, if you have any questions, we can talk as well. So please share now. Sim Jian Dom Jie De Wa Dan De Dung E Dang Nyur Do Lan Na Me Ba Yan Dog Ba Zog Be Jan Ju Rinpoche Do Wa Ja.
All other sentient beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and all-knowingness, may they experience happiness and be separated from suffering. I will quickly establish them in the state of the most perfect and precious Buddhahood. Thus, until I achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with body, speech, and mind.
Tenjian Zawa Dai Jivara Jebe Bande Lama Tamba Namlai Jobsui Jewo Yedame Jinguru Lazo Namlai Jobsui Jewo Sanje Jumden De Namlai Jobsui Jewo Dambe Jewo Namlai Jobsui Jewo Pagwe Gindu Namlai Jobsui Jewo Ngondro Jan Soma Tsoi Yishike Chandan Damba Nam Gyobso Jewo Jinjin Nada Mangyur Nange Tada Nyambe Samje Dam Choju De Samje De Shin Shikwa Tamje Je Kusung Tuk Yonten Chanle Tamje Je Ngore Jewa Chuje Pumbo Tonda Jaju Tabshin Jungne Pagwe Gendo Tam Jeje Ngadai Chenjen Zawa Dain Jubara Je Wande Alamai Tambai Namlai Jabsui Chewai Idam Jingoro Je Lhasa Namlai Jabsui Chew Sanje Jamden De Namlai Jabsui Chewai Tambe Chewai Namlai Jabsui Chew Pagwe Gendo Namlai Jabsui Chewa Pawu Kanzhe Chejiang Songme Cao 一些给正当的把能来教授之。
All sentient beings, limitless as the sky, take refuge in the glorious, kind Lama Vajradhara, the embodiment of the body, speech, mind qualities, and activities of the Buddhas of the 10 directions and the 3 times, source of the 84,000 categories of the teaching, and Lord of the Sanghas. We take refuge in the kind root Lama and lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Yidams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom.
Tsolang Tishin Gyotsu Chi Chidara Wenje Tishe Ke Chanju Tune Jibat Chanju Sembe Ala Bala Tedarim Shiane Padam Tishin Dola Pendun Chanju Semne Jinji Shin Tishin Tune Laba Rinpo Shindo Lavaranji Chanju Nyingwe Sanje Namlai Jabzu Chi Chuda Chanju Semba Yi Tsolang Tishin Jabzu Chidara Wenji Tishe Ke Chanju Dunya Jiba Chanju Sembe Laba Tedarim Shen Badan Tishin Dola Pendun Chanju Simne Jinji Tishin Dune Lava Rinpo Shindu Labaranji.
Until I attain the art of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the assembly of the Bodhisattvas. As the previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and progressed onto the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, give birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stages of the path.
Sanjaya Chodo Sojaya Chonam Lo Chanjo Bardo Zoni Jobsu Tokyo Jinsoi Tibet Sonam Drola Penchere Sanjaya Andruvarai Sanjaya Chodo Sojaya Chonam Chanjo Bardo Doni Jobsu Tokyo Jinsoi Tibet Sonam Dola Venture Sanje Andro
In the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings.
Monong Kala Nyambe Samje Adamje Dewa Dan Dewa Judan Tambare Jus Dunga Da Dunga Ge Judan Dewa Juje Dunga Meve Dewa Medevara Juje Niran Sadan Nidan Tanyum La Nevara Juro Monang Kala Nyambe Samje Adamje Dewa Dan Dewa Judan Tambare Juje Dunga Da Dunga Ge Judan Dunga Meva Dewa Da Midevara Juje Niran Sadan Nidan Tanyum La Nevara Juro
May all mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness which is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, requesting, and praying, for the sake of the enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Oh, this kind of leisure and endowment is supremely difficult to obtain. When we obtain this body, which is easily lost, Do not waste it meaninglessly, but rather use it to attain the ultimate liberation, joyous result. The nature of all phenomenon is impermanent. Death is a certainty for all who are born. Death can descend any time like a drop of morning dew on a blade of grass. Quick, it is time to make effort for the essence of dharma. The fruit of one's positive karma is happiness. Suffering is the fruit of negative karma. The inexorable karmic causation is the mode of abiding of all dharmas. Henceforth, practice the dharma by distinguishing between what should be practiced and what should be given up. In the 3 lower realms, and even in the 3 higher ones, there is not an instant of absolute happiness. I will avoid the root cause of my samsaric existence and practice the excellent path of peace to enlightenment.
Sambara Sambara Bimana Sarama Zambo Samara Samara Bimana Sagrama Zambo Humpe Sambara Sambara Zambo Humpe Sambara Sambara Bimana Sarama Zambo Hum Samara Samara Bimana Sarama Zambo Humpe Sambara Manjabo Humpe Sambara Sambara Bimana Sarama Zambo Samara Samara Bimana Sarama Zambo Humpe Sambara Sambara Manjabo Humpe Sambara Bimana Sarama Zambo Samara Samara Bimana Sarama Zambo Humpe Sambara Sambara Manjabo Humpe Sambara Bimana Sarama Zambo Samara Samara Bimana Sarama Zambo Humpe Sambara Samara Manjabo Humpe Sambara Sambara Bimana Sarama Zambo Samara Samara Bimana Sarama Zambo Humpe Samara Samara Manjabo Humpe. Now this is the mala blessing. Remember, and you're holding right hand the guru beads, and then your left hand base is like lotus seed or lotus flower, and then your mala in circle. The guru beads is like lit up. And then remember next to you are the vase. The vase, then the touching the blessing. Omor Zeramane Bravardaya Humbe Omor Shebemane de Jurehu 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 Omor Zeramane Bravardaya Humbe Omor Shebemane So now this reminding again the benefit taking refuge. There are so many benefits, but this quotation came from the great Lord Gamboba, the student in the Milarebas. So also the Lord Gambobas, even though Lord Buddha's also the privacy near future, the person who the holding and the dharma, the land of the snow. So cannot soji, so the bhikshu of the doctors, because I really remember Lord Gambo's father is the doctor, and also he learned the medical things and many
scholar way, and also Abdul, he's renowned to completely renunciation, and he is studying in first the Kadamba traditions, the old Kadamba and new Kadambas. The old Kadamba tradition and the founder of the great Atisha, Ndomdomba Jewe Jungne, Ngolek Besher, those who call the founder. And then there are the 16s, and then the new one is the founder of the Gandemba group tradition, Lama Zongoba, and things like that, in the Kadamba tradition. So point here, the great Gamboba received the Kadam tradition through the Adisha lineage, and also the blessing lineage from the Teloba, Naroba, and Marba, Mila. So Gamboba is the one of the not only scholar, he is the achieved the highest realization and Mahasiddha or yogis. So this text, the quotation came from the jewel ornament liberation. So in jewel ornament liberation, this the one of the great Gamboba said, near future people who want to see Gamboba, but then they say, if you didn't see me physically, but this is who I am talk, where I learn. So that is his essence teaching. So that is now you can see the benefit took the jewel ornament liberation. There are many, just I say, benefit, the preliminary practice and Ngondro practice and refuge. But this one and the base come from there. You can look the refuge chapter in jewel ornament liberation.
If the merit of taking refuge in the triple gem could manifest in form, the whole universe could not contain it. Even though attempting to describe the infinite benefits of practicing refuge is like attempting to empty the ocean with a teaspoon, there are 8 benefits as explained in the jewel ornament of liberation. One becomes a Buddhist. It becomes the basis of all the precepts and vows. It exhausts all previous non-virtuous deeds. It protects one from obstacles created by humans and non-humans. One accomplishes all one wishes. One gathers a great amount of merit. One will not fall into the lower realms. One attains Buddhahood swiftly. Refuge practice is the essence of all other practices. Therefore, one should always emphasize this practice. It has inconceivable beneficial effects. Through this practice, one can achieve the fearless state.
So now see the number one, first one say, taking refuge, first stage is benefit, you are become Buddhist. So that's the text said, how you know you are Buddhist or non-Buddhist. And maybe outside cloth, maybe yellow and red, that means you're Buddhist. The answer is no. Or maybe the short hair or long hair, that's where the Buddhists, no. And also kindness each other, that's also the every major religions, they have respect all beings. A person who pay homage to the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, that is you can call I am Buddhist, she or he is Buddhist, because they pay homage to the Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. So Buddha, as we talked this early, Tibetan called Sang, Ye is fully enlightened one. The Buddha's qualified to liberate sentient being through his teachings, his skill, his method, his effort, all those together, a person who follow, they know fear. That's why you use the last one, and somebody say, they become in the fearless. Yes, we always fear. We will fear for sick, we will aging, we will dead, we will fear all kinds. So when you understanding the whole, the refuge meaning, so then the Buddha is not talking about only him. The Buddha's experience, how do he be free from samsara? So he wants to share to the all beings. The Buddha's teaching is, I always say, Buddha's teaching is like GPS. If you follow the correct way and right spelling, there's no failure. They are destination and exactly they will get there. The our side, maybe the wrong spellings, maybe the wrong zip code number. That is where you stuck longer in recalculating in samsara. So anyway, that is to just example how it works. So now the main text continue. We will explanation is every Tuesday. Most you familiar. Just in case, remember when you they're taking refuge, they call lineage tree, and all the lineage masters, the 5 branch wishing fulfill. Shing paksam ki tongbo yalanga den tembe jamol. Ani I can explain the short one in Tibetan. Then shing paksam ki tongbo tana dobo yidong. Ani dende ki gache shing yangba yanga ume ki tingdu. Then 자외가 라마 도르지청 델로바 나루발라 소번네더니 라마 지겐스동고 그 바로 규벨라마 이야기 되네 다말라 산지 좀 된 대당 되는 걸 인도 전죽선배 초 당매와 아니 잡기 연갈라 담배주 너당아 소르 몰루베 되니 님부터 뒤와 대 레범 랑기 둘을 때마 되는 용라 계세 전죽선배 파과제레스 잠배야 차나도르지 라소 보 전죽선배 니베세 계소 전죽선배 초 담제 탈함을 샤르바 되는 뒤나 이 담글 하죠 tel라 주도 공역을 하죠 참 탈함을 요와 되네 저이 덤 콜로도 댐조 되네 도지 방모 되네 두고라 소바든지 림버르코가 되네 듄라 되네 추중의 소모 허르드제가 되지 유삼 되네 차체가 갑라 랑게 예수 되네 파레지 포주 탐제당 아니 요네 마다우 무주 탐제 유와 아니 듄라야 되네 semjengo solo chawarching dene kibu tambe solo towarching didawu dene tembe dayuna o dene tumjin dule mignen dona and dule chen tambe gesechi du semba tamje yo samba dene ran cha sebe gabda ran da semje tamje cha sebe yo samba o dangar debe sanje namji so chidra sawa shindu lujukun diba chamba ngagune diba chamba lunga yisum diba chikjoro da chamba dene gyamdu de suzo nyamne chigi yo samba. So now here is we have in the English also same as the front of you, the excellent place and the marvelous, the wishing fulfilled tree and the 5 branches. And the central one is the Lord, the Vajradhara and Delo Naro up until the Lord Jigten Sumguns, all lineage masters there. And the right side, the Lord Buddha and Shariputra, Monge Buddha, etc. All his the Arhat and all the followers. The behind the branch, the sutras and tantras and all the texts of the pustak and facing to us. The left is all the bodhisattvas such as Avalokiteshvara, Manjushri, Vajrapani, etc. Those the other side branch. And in front of there are all the yoga tantras, highest the yidam deities such as Chakrasamara, Vajrayogini, and Hevajra, etc. And bottom there are protectors, Mahagala, Ajin, and so forth. Those facings for us and so detailed and fresh. It's not physically like us. You can see like beautiful in the rainbow, but at the same time, nothing that exists in a prominent way there. But there's way to appearance in your mind. Then there will prostration, your right side, and all the male and father, and the left side, the females and all the mother. They whoever the people and being, they creating the negativity karmas and destroying the old bad things, those enemy in front of us. The point is all the sentient beings, prostration and simultaneously. That kind we need to keep in mind before prostration. Now we can read here one Tibetan in English. First go to English.
Meditate the surroundings as inseparable from a Buddha field. In the space in front of me is a lion throne on which are a lotus sun and moon disk seat in the center of which sits the kind root Lama in the form of Vajradhara with the 7 characteristics. Blue in color, 2 arms, holding a Vajra and bell crossed at the heart, and gracefully sitting in the Vajra position, adorned by the silken robes and various precious jewel ornaments, and surrounded by all the lineage lamas. In front of the lion throne is a Yidam Chakrasamvara, the male and female aspects in union, whose manifestation is simultaneously appearance and emptiness. At the right side of the throne is the assembly of the Buddhas of the 3 times, possessing all the auspicious signs of a Buddha together with the 1,000 Buddhas of this fortunate kalpa. Behind the throne is the Prajna Paramita, proclaiming the relative and ultimate meaning of the 3 yanas. To the left of the throne is the assembly of the compassionate bodhisattvas, surrounded by the Sangha of the 3 yanas. Around the base of the throne are the Dharmapalas, an ocean of guardians gathered like clouds.
Tardaren chen azo yin yin zen gyubya shinyan namda tabjesh dundu yudamo kolo debe jo yab yuma nando sonjo nyam jois yeso de somo sanje zemben de kesan sanje donda tabjesh Jabdo Sherabo Paru Chimbe Yon Changya Tilsuma Chudye Ngarodro Yondo Zende Chanjo Sembe Tilsuma Gindu Namji Yonso Goro Tia Tsamso Tamba Chudyon Songma Jazo
Buddhas, Dharmas, Sanghas, Yidams, and Dharma protectors, to these supreme objects of refuge, for protection from the hordes of sufferings of samsara, we, all migrators, go for refuge until enlightenment is attained.
Tejire tinne chancho modo bang ebe donjo lam lo jogora cha doga dende dunga de bada nyodo lam dovara daga Tejire tinne chancho modo bang ebe donjo lam jogora cha
I rejoice when all sentient beings are happy and free from samsaric suffering and swiftly attain ultimate Buddhahood. For this purpose, from now on until I achieve enlightenment, I will follow the path to the ultimate goal.
So now first English 2 times in the refuge, then we recite in Tibetan and prostration.
I and all mother sentient beings, equal to the limits of space, from this time forth until attaining to the heart of enlightenment, we take refuge in the kind root and lineage lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the Yidams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom. I and all other sentient beings, equal to the limits of space, from this time forth until attaining to the heart of enlightenment. We take refuge in the kind root and lineage lamas. We take refuge in the deities of the mandalas of the idams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas, Dakinis, and Dharma guardians, possessors of the eye of wisdom.
Okay, now everyone, prostration. Remember we talked the last time, whatever you can to your physical, you ask your body, not your mind. Your mind is so enthusiastic, very young, and your body say no, you ask body, and body said, okay, full prostration, and then you can do that. Your body said, have prostration, you can do that. You remember? There are 5 or maybe 4 or 5 different types in the prostration we show last time. So we'll do that. And also maybe someplace, maybe many people, and also you can see what option there are: full prostration, half prostration, or something. And most important, or thinking of each prostration. Remember last time what is significant benefit, right hand touching, what is significant left hand, and foot, forehead, lay down, what is the benefit, when come up, what is the benefit, all those very uniqueness, as much as you keep in your mind, and then we can reciting and together practice. So I'm not sure I can, this I can maybe, I can turn. Tonight my Facebook came so many inside mandala, so many circles. I don't know, this I didn't set up. They come their way, something's happen. All right, so everyone try something prostration. That's good. To our computer and people can see. Hold on, what is this? What is this? Yes. Okay, ready? What does it mean?
Yes.
Okay. Idam jingurje hazo namla jabzu sanje chumden de namla jabzu jiwo dambe chu namla jabzu hagwe gindu namla jabzu chewo bawo chojong sume soy shiki jandan demban jabzu chewo dadan manjuru nange tada nyambe samjeng chanju nyumbo la cheje barzo chenche zawadun gyuharche panden lama dhamma namla jabdo idam jingorji haso namla sanje jumden de namla jabdo jewa dambe chu namla jabdo sambe hindu namla jabso wawo kandro chojong sumne so yishi ki chandande 제와 다다만 유능게 사다 심제 탐제 연주 Chiji Bardo, Trindim, Pavada, Pandema, Idam Jingoraki, Hatzon, Ameju, Namradim, O Babikin, Babu Kandra, Chujo, Sumeto, Ishige, Jendan, the Ban, Yasu Chevo, Tata, Manjuna, Chanjungingola, Chigi, Bardo, Chanjin, Lama Konchok Idum Jingurji, Hazonam, Hajamson, US Jowo Rinpoche, over country to Jowo US Jowo Rinpoche, get some jet humble Chanjung. Chuje Bado Chenjin Zawa Pandema Sambana Yidam Jingurji Hazman Sanje Jumdin Rechu Namla Abegin to Namla Josun Chicken Choi Zambon Siwota Hada Messenger Chanjuning Gula Chi Chenchen Zawadam Yuan Pandela Madamano Yidam Jingurji Hazan Sanje Chuden Tambechu Namla Jasoju Yun Pau Ngondro Jan Sumet Yigi Jendan Temban Jasoju Adamai Manjuran Sanje Tamje Chanjung Bola Chigi Chenchen Zawadam Pandela Madam US Jowo Rinpoche, US Jowo Sanje Sandene, Abekin Dunam, Lama Konchok Sonam, Isheke Chandan, Jowo Dharma Junam, Jam doing, Chigi US Jowo Rinpoche, Hazonam la US Jowo Sanje, Ambechunam la US Jowo, US Jowo Babu Konchok Sonam, so easy. US Jowo Dadam Manjuna, Sanje Tamje Chanjungin Bola, Chigi Bardo, Jenjao, Bird Pandela Madam, Joy Yidam Hazon. Sanje Jumden Denam Ambechunam la US Jowo, Happy So Jowo Babu Konchok Sonam, Ishigi Jendan Dambana. Jowo Dadam Yun, Kadanyam Besanje Tamje Chanjung, Chidi Fardo Chenchen Zawada, Pandela Madam, Igan Zingurji Hazon, Nje Jumden, Bechunam Lajos, Abekin Dino, Babu Konchok Sonam, Ishigi Jendan US Jowo Dadam, Yurananga. Sanje Tamje Chanjung, Chidi Bado Chenchen Zawada, Barjava Bandela, US Jowo Yidam Jingorji Hazon, US Jowo Sanje Tamde, US Jowo Begin to Namla Jowo, Babu Konchok Sonam, Ishige Jendan, US Jowo Dadam Sanje Tamje Chanjung Bola Chenchen Zawada, Pandela Madam, Yidam Jingurji Sanje Jumden Bechunam la US, Abekin Dunam, Babu Konchok Sonam, Ishige US Jowo Dadam, Sanje Tamje Chanjung Bola Chenchen Zawada, Pandela Madam, Yidam Jingurji Hazon, US Jowo Sanje Jumden, Abechunam la US Jowo, Babu Konchok Sonam, Ishige Jendan, US Jowo Dadam, Sunje Damje Sanju Yugolachi, Sunje Dawada Yura, Pandela Mataman, Dum Dingurgi, Yabu Jowo Sanji Sunje, Jowo Sanji, Papa Ginduno, Sanju, Awu Kandu Chicken Sumacho, Ishige Janamo, Yabu Jowo Dadaman, Hadanya Sunje Tamje Chandu Yugolachi. Pardo, Tawada Yura, Pandela Mataman. Yapso Jowo Yidam Dingurgi, Sanji Junden, Vetuno, Pagway, Wawu Kandu Chicken Sumacho. Yes, and Andaman, Radaman Junan, Sunjan and Jim, Chinchins Hard, Pandela Mataman. Yidam Dingurgi, Sanji. Tambe chuno ma ya ho kanju awu kanju chikon so ma so yishige jana no velde mo da manju ha da ni sanji chanju ni ma je da wa da ni ma je ma na ge so je yidam dingurgi ha da ya velde mo sanji chanju ni ve chuno ma ya so je awu kanju chikon so ma so Ishige jana ma yapso Jowo Dadaman yu Junin bol chike bada Bibara Jewe bande yapso Jowo Yidam Wawu Kandu Chicken Sumacho, Yadam Dadaman yu Hadona Lodge of Jowo Sanji, yes, Papa can do no Lodge of you get your number. Tadana messenger. You know what I the water you were saying. Adam Juno get Junin Bolachi, Chinchins all the news. One day, Madame, Yanking for you, Sanjay and then Belgian of Power Country Junior. You get nothing bonum. You're so sure that I'm on the Hada. You were one of the Idam Dingurgi, Sanji. Some then I'm like, I'm so chill. I'm better, I'm like, I'm such. 박배긴 되는 뭐 간주 추경 송매서 이 시기에 전도한 데 많은 요소지 오 다다만균 다다년 선생님지 전중님을 하지 이번 전천자와 당교라 원내로만 넘어는 요소지 이거 빌라서 무슨 요소지 좀된데는 저 우리 요소지 보고 간주 추경 송매서 이 시기에 전도한 데 많은 값을 제워 다다만 만주는 게 다다님 배심제든지 전주님 볼라 지기 봐도 전제 저와다 이거를 반대로만 담반을 맞았어 이점 진거지 하저는 맞 산지 좀 된다는 맞았어 저거 담배 추는 박배긴 되는 맞았어 저 아우 간다 추경 송매서 이 시기에 전도한데 값을 제워 다다만 주는 게 하다 선제담제 전주님과 하지 전전자와등 유월을 만드는 반반함라 접수죠 이등 띵고르지 하소는 접수죠 담배 추놈라 접수죠 하고의 긴드남라 접수죠 바우 간주 주종송에서 이 시기 전던 덤바 접수죠 다다만 주는 게 하다는 말씀 전주님과 라치지 바로 전전자와다 유월의 제외 반대의 라마 담바담 접수죠 이담진 거지 라조남라 접수죠 오산지 좀 된데남라 접수죠 담배 추남라 박배긴 되남라 접수죠 보고 간주 주경송에서 이시기 전단된 바 접수죠 다다 만주는 게 다다 심진 탐제 전중님보라 지지 바로 전전 자와다 유월의 원래로만 담바는 접수죠 이든 딩고르지 라조남라 산지 좀 된데는 라조수죠 담배 추는 라조수 박배긴 되는 라조수죠 보고 주경송에서 이 시기에 전단된 바는 라조수죠 다다는 만주는 게 다다는 심진 탐제 전중님보라 지지 바로 전전 자와다 반대로만 담바는 라조수죠 이든 딩고르지 라조는 라조수죠 산지 좀 된데는 담배전은 라조수죠 박배긴 되는 라조수죠 보고 간주 주경송에서 이게 전단된 바는 라조수죠 다다만 만주는 게 다다니 샘젠담제 전중님보라 지지 바로 전전 자와다 반대로만 담바는 라조수죠 이든 딩고르지 라조 라조수죠 산지 좀 된데는 라조수죠 담배전은 라조수죠 박배긴 되는 라조수죠 보고 간주 주경송에 이 시기에 전단된 바는 라조수죠 다다만 주는 게 다다는 말씀 전주님보라 제제 바르도 전전자와 등 유월의 제외 반대라마 담바남라 접수죠 이듬 딩고르 딜하소남라 접수죠 산제 좀된데 남라 접수죠 담배주남라 접수죠 박배긴도 남라 바우 간주 주종송매소 이 시기 전단된 바남라 접수죠 다다만 율난 게 다다님 선제 담제 전주님보라 지지 받아 전전자와 등 유월제 반대라마 담바 접수죠 이듬 띵고르지 하조남라 접수죠 산제 좀된데 남라 접수죠 담배주는 접수죠 박배긴도 남라 접수죠 바우 간주 주종송매소 이 시기 전단된 바 접수죠 다다만 율난 게 다다냠배 심제 탐제 전주님보라 지지 받아 전전자와 등 반대라마 담바남라 접수죠 이듬 띵고르지 하조남라 접수죠 산지 좀 된다남라 담배주 남라 접수죠 박배긴 두 남라 접수죠 보고 간주 주경송에서 이 시기에 전 접수죠 다당 만주르난 게 다다 냠배 삼제 탐제 천중님보라 지지 발
Chenchen Zawa Dang Gyubara Jebe Banden Lama Tamba Namla Gyabsu Idem Jingura Je Lazo Namla Gyabsu Chewo Sanje Jumden De Namla Gyabsu Tambe Chu Namla Gyabsu Chewo Pagwe Gindu Namla Gyabsu Owo Gandu Zhejiang Song Me Tso Yi Shi Gi Chendang Denpa Nam Gyabsu Chewo. Now please sit in your cushion. Now at this time the completion state. Before we have the visualization, front of us there are wishing fulfill tree, all the lineage masters there. Now they dissolve to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas to the center. First begin to the right, dissolve to the center, then right, left, then from top to bottom, center of the Lord Jigten Sumgong. Become in the light. Then all sentient beings, the sentient beings, same as the fathers and all the male from dissolve to the you, and left as all female and mothers. And all those sentient beings become oneness, one light. So that your light and the represented all the 6 realms. The front of there are Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The Samaya light and wisdom light become one. Then the Zorim Gala Tanji Ngondro Jan Lajiba Tantu Tamje Tantu Zuduni. Then Kimgur Jowo Rinpoche Sum Gongombola. Then Lama Konchok Tamje Ngondro Jan Delo Narone Rimbor Gilatim. 이해 자와샤기 두벌로서 뭐 잔죽선 바당 되네 거창만 두 되네 용기 영화를 치유 탐지 되네 바고 자리에서로서 계세신 주고서 봐 두도 이 담을 상마 두니 아니 워그 공부질을 줄성 삼 되네 랑다냐 뭐 되네 로아리로 그 섬제 디바 장과 디바 정규와 디바 정규 하대와 디바 장신바 다 디다 탐지 로아리로 섬제 탐지 단지 콘도 되네 예수 포주고 저다 용고 모주고 이거다 탐지 림시 두네 길라템 두는 유베선 저로서 탐지 워그 공부를 쉬네 네 탐지 탐지기 선바다 이시 선바스 랍지 위니 찍라 줄네 안팅알라 냠버샤로나스. So now this the marching to the wisdom light in the Samaya light or the enlightened light and all sentient being light become one. So please meditate a little while.
Now the Sanskrit elbow bell and increase mantra. Om a I u re le le o an a ga 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 do 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 nya do 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 na do 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 na ba 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 mo yo ra lu ba sha ga sa jo so hai om a I u re le le o an ai ga 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 do 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 nya do 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 da 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 na ba 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 ma ya ra lu ba sha ga sa hai ho om a I u re re le o an ai ga 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 do 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 nya do 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 da 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 na ba 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 ma ya ra lu sha ga sa hai jo so hai Om Yedormo Yedormo Yedodagan Dangada Yuanda Daganda Yunarada Evam Moishamana Yesohai Om Yedormo Yedormo Yedodagan Dangada Yuanda Daganda Yunar Evam Modern Moishamana Yesohai Om Yedormo Yedormo Yedodagan Dangada Yuanda Daganda Yonere Bomba de Mashamana Yesohai Om Vendra Sadhu Samaya Manubala Vendra Sadhu Denomba Didandru Membova Sudagaya Membova Suvagaya Membova Anarata Mem Survasi Deme Prayanta Survagurma Suzame Zedanshriyan Guru Hon Ha 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 Hu Bhagavan Sarvadhatangata Pandram Zamo Samaya Sadhu Om Bandar Sadhu Samaya Manupalaya Bandar Sadhu Dhanapa Didandaduma Sudagaya Membava Suvagaya Membava Anarada Membava Suvasiddham Priyanta Sarvagama Sudamaya Tetam Shriyam Kur Ha 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 Ho Bhangavan Sarvadhatangata Pandharmami Mazambas Mahasamaya Sadhu Om Dandra Sadhu Samaya Manupalaya Dandra Sadhu Dhanapa Didandaduma Sudagaya Membava Suvagaya Membava Anarada Membava Suvasiddham Priyanta Sarvagama Sudamaya Tetam Shriyam Kur Ha 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 Ho Bhangavan Sarvadhatangata Pandharmami Mazambas Samaya Sadhu Deyada Panjantiya Avambudan Om Ruru Daru Mukhi Mukhi Sova Om Hanu Bhajambara Hridaya Sova Deyada Panjantiya Avambudan Sova Om Ruru Daru Mukhi Mukhi Sova Om Hanu Bhajambara Hridaya Sova Deyada Panjantiya Avambudan Sova Om Ruru Daru Mukhi Mukhi Sova Om Hanum Bhajambara Hridaya Sova Deyada Panjantiya Avambudan Om Ruru Daru Mukhi Mukhi Sova Om Hanum Bhajambara Hridaya Sova Deyada Panjantiya Avambudan Sova Om Ruru Daru Mukhi Mukhi Sova Om Hanum Bhajambara Hridaya Sova Deyada Panjantiya Avambudan Sova Om Ruru Daru Mukhi Mukhi Sova Om Hanum Bhajambara Hridaya Sova. So first we will maybe pray for world peace and then the long life and after that dedication. So when the long life prayer, always through connection for you, your life, especially with the spiritual. In this case, for example, His Holiness Dalai Lama, all whoever the major, the leaders, not necessarily only the spiritual leader or the dharma practitioners. There are so many people can mix the different this world. They're not a believer in any religion, but they still mix better in this world. So those great beings need to for long life and happy, healthy, and things like that. Then of course, and including practice yourself, long life, family, friend, etc. We have a little bit more long life. We have chance more purified, more prostrations. They may be loose. End of the prostration, we will not need worry for the cluster and all those things. Free from all cluster and things like that. All right. Jamne lomeo kunjo zawa sum kewara kanjing gombo cheres chizun drama guru bemanjo sowan depso tudum sheshem moloma yonson drawara jinjelo nikdu andronum samjora lokba chinan jongwai chukbe gyujingi ngarma dragbe mejo adayam Salwe jedon na jun jungbo zir zase sar suma lonye madro charju minyum zamling tsadun tin saye mendra jushin jekwa kewara tenla zebe tamaso zamling kyundere nuze ridat nyurdu shishin zane jom yuroji medam emen roba taday Gülay chanju samju rinpoche ngage jine nuze samjur pinju chambe samdang adene jang zamling tabu digi begi sanje denbay darshin yune zhu zasum gyawa zeje denbe kwande gebe zawa kanji bo dasha lasava nambara gabe soda mombe devoy
The three jewels and three roots, trustworthy source of refuge, and in particular the Lord of the land of snow, Avalokiteshvara, Jetsantara, and Guru Padmasambhava, I supplicate you, please follow your previous pledges. Bestow blessings that this aspiration prayer may be fulfilled most perfectly. Due to the degeneration of times when thoughts and deeds of beings are perverted, and the inner and outer elements have lost their balance, people and cattle are seized by epidemic disease previously unheard of, intruding rahus, nagas, powerful demons, and dark forces, blight, frost, and hail, bad harvest, warfare, and so forth, erratic rainfall, heat, misery, and droughts in the world, destruction by the elements such as earthquakes and the threat of fire, and in particular, barbaric offenses causing harm to the teachings are rampant. May all types of harm and injury around the world be swiftly pacified and overcome. May precious and supreme bodhicitta spontaneously arise in the mind streams of all beings, human and non-human, and may they be free from destructive thoughts and deeds. May all be endowed with a loving mind for one another, and may well-being, glory, and prosperity prevail throughout the world. May the Buddha's teachings spread far and wide and everlast. By the truthful power of the three roots, the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, by any root of virtue existing in samsara and nirvana, by the power of our perfectly pure highest intention, may the fruition of our supplication and aspiration be attained.
Gwenjoren chen sumji ngwe ni jeden zimbo zhuwe pekara Tungwen sangbu jenji senze ba chenle lon zhuwe gejara shabden shu Gwenjo sumji damban zimba la ngagi anju jizun jambe Tubden renji domen danze ba shuji nawa gejara shabden shu Gombe chokjuro tube dambala ningdoga chenpo amane sojin Jeden londo gona jenze ba lujo bemo jenze ju shawa yuten Dorje sanje dole nare domarwa melai chuje gambo Lama Jowo Drikung Kagyu Lama Konchok Sonam Diye Sikwa Tamnama Nibe Tanam Pamji Keka Na Ji Palong Chukpa Yisive Atole Ndobo Anju Chonju Semjo Rinpoche Maji Panam Ki Gyuru Chik Ki Ba Nyamba Lama Konchok Sonam Sowan De Chodo Kweze Rinwa Sowan De Tenle Toshin Jebara Sowan Lama Dong Jeba Mewa Chinje Loin Jambe Bowe Chedara Chimba Da Kundu Samko Denya Dishin Teda Kunje Jizu Dalo Jengewan Teda Tomje Radongo Sanje Kusumo Niba Chen Lobo Da Junye Menjuru Tambe Chen Lobo Kendu Mijin Dube Chen Lobo Chedara Monshen Molom Dubarasho Tata Konde Tam Jeji Tusum Do Sakwa Da Yube Geve Zawandi Tata Samjen Tamje Nyurdo Lana Meba Yanda Wazo Chanju Rumbo Je Dovara Jujuru Je Shija Gonze Gwenjen Chuje Tende Na Lo Wandu Wandu Gomba Renjen Pejo Tamba Sede Shedwa Dusum Gwamben Zenjuru Je. May the teachings of the great Drikung Kagyu, who is emanation, the Lord of the Dharma, Master of the interdependent, continue increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara. Glorious, holy, venerable, precious, kind, root and lineage lamas, divine assemblies of Yidam deities and assemblies of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, yogins and yoginis and dwelling in 10 directions.
Please hear my prayer. May
The virtues collected in 3 times by myself and all sentient beings in samsara and nirvana, in the root virtue, not resolved in worldly concert the 4 cause of samsara, or rebirth, Sharavaka, or Pratyagam Buddhas. May all mother sentient beings, especially those enemy who hate me, of struggle who harm me, mislead his mara as a horse and demons, experience and happiness, be separate from suffering, and suitably attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious in Buddhahood. By the power of this vast and virtue, may I benefit all beings through my body, speech, and mind. May the afflictions of desire, hatred, ignorance, arrogance, and jealousy not arise in my mind. May attachment to fame, reputation, wealth, honor, and concert for this life not arise even in a moment. May my mind stream be moist with loving kindness, compassion, and bodhicitta, and through that I become a spiritual master with a good quality equal to infinity space. May I gain the supreme attainment of Mahamudra in this very life. May the torment of suffering not arise even in time of my death. May I not die as negative thoughts. May I not die as confused wrong view. May I not die as experience ultimately death. May I die joyfulness, happiness, great luminosity divine such a pervading clarity dharma. May I gain case in the supreme attainment of Mahamudra at the time, death, and in the bardo. Okay, thanks everyone. You have a wonderful evening and good night. See you tomorrow and see you next week.
Thank you, Lama.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Lama.
Lama. Good night.
Thank
Good
you,
night,
Lama.
Right. Yes, we have also a little bit of time. Remember, I said we will be within the Ngondro practice for all the Lord Jigesum Gonsa Kambum transmission. So some our sanghas request the times need to change. Usually we begin the Sunday morning Gambum, 9 a.m. to 11:45. Now someone they also Sunday different practice and the different group. So they ask begin maybe 8, then end at 10. I think also then I think it's possible. So we can do that. But right now, as not yet, we not finished the Mani Gambum still left. And I think it's Tibet New Year is very soon. I think maybe around this area, then we will begin the transmission of all the Gambums, Lord Jigesum Gambum in
Then we can see our programs 1 year for full finish the Ngondro preliminary, and the same time received all the transmission. I try my best. Good night, everyone. Yes, Mary. Thanks. Thanks. Okay.
Lama, do we have practice on Thursday night?
I think so.
Okay, because you said see you next week. I'm going like, are you going somewhere?
Ngondro practice. Some people come to Ngondro. That's to go next week.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No, not need sorry, but I'm just explaining to clear. That's all.
Thank you, Lama.
Good night.
Good night.
So number 8.